Are you ready?
Yeah, turn up the heat.
Are you ready?
Is he ready?
Oh, yeah, he's ready.
It's go time.
Ready to go beyond the scores and stats.
I love it.
Good.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Welcome to High on Sports.
The whole deal is like some kind of crazy game.
Exclusively on MorningShowCentral.com.
Hello, and welcome to High on Sports. I'm Raplhie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Erich.
And thank you so much for joining us tonight, whether you're listening on one of the many glorious apps or at home on your computer. Thank you for making High on Sports a part of your evening. We've got a jam-packed show for you tonight, but I want to start off by reminding you guys you can call the show toll-free, 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com, and we'll read them live on the air. And remember to get in the chat room. If you're watching the show on MSC, which you probably are, it's right next to the viewer. It asks for a password. You do not need to put one. Put a name, hit enter. You are immediately logged in, talking to myself, Ashley, Erich, and whoever else may be in there tonight. Who knows? I'm in there as Raplhie with a question mark. So that's how you know it's me. I like to shake it up. Last week I just misspelled my name. So that was my thing last week. Today it's a question mark.
Is there something wrong with your ears?
I don't know. I keep getting like static, but if I do this, I don't. So.
Oh, okay.
I get it when I turn a certain way.
So I'm just gonna do the
Like
whole
right
show.
here?
I'm gonna do the whole
If I
show
turn
like
this way, I'm
It's gonna
good?
look weird as hell.
And I am static free.
Great,
You
Von.
know what? You might be static free, but you ain't got no internet, buddy.
You're right, I don't.
All right, yeah. So now
still
you know.
working on that.
I lied when I said he would be in the chat. So me, Ashley, and whoever else may be in there. But anyways, jam-packed show for you, and we are gonna start local here in round one. Let's go. All right. Obvious place to start here for us. Located out of the Cleveland area, if you couldn't tell. Big-time Tribe fans, all three of us, really. And we're going to start here talking about our Cleveland Indians with Chris Perez. Big statements. Big words from Mr. Perez, the man they call pure rage. He was pretty upset. The whole thing kind of started when he was getting booed during a save where he allowed two men to come on base.
Not score.
Not score. That he stressed that. Not score.
Just get on base.
Just get on base. And he was being booed. Now, he didn't like that. Now, let me start out by saying that part, I'm not 100% on board with that part. I don't like when players feel the need to come out and say, hey, don't boo me. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Then don't get in situations where they could boo, you know?
True.
So that part I'm not 100% on board with. But the rest of what he said, I think makes perfect sense. He brought up the fact that it's just ridiculous how low the attendance is for the Indians right now. Dead last.
Behind Oakland.
Behind Oakland. He said he called Oakland out by name.
Yeah.
He said, we're behind Oakland. How pathetic is that? We are dead last in attendance, yet first place in the Central Division at this moment.
Yeah, and like he said, how many teams in the country right now would kill to be in first place in their division? And yet here we are, and we're last in attendance. Come on, Cleveland people. What are you doing?
It really is just ridiculous. I mean, he called out a lot of teams by name. Really, he said we could be a Kansas City, we could be a Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know, which I thought was weird. Normally they don't do that.
Yeah, but you know what? He's pissed. Let him say what he's got to say because I was reading it. He said he's like, you know, it's not like it was a couple years ago when we were 67 and 90 whatever, and we were in last. Fine, I don't blame you for not coming then. But he's like, we're in first place. Why aren't you coming supporting us? What's with all the negativity? And that's another thing with the booing. Everybody's all negative and crap, and they're just not going.
I have some of the statement here right here. He says, oh, this is another point he made. This is about another thing he called out is the fact that certain players, free agents and stuff, don't want to come here. And he says part of it is the such low attendance and everything. He says guys don't want to come over here and play, and people wonder why. Perez was quoted as saying after closing out the 2-0 victory with the Seattle Mariners, why doesn't Carlos Beltran want to come over here? Well, because of that, speaking about the low attendance, that's part of it. It doesn't go unnoticed. Trust us. That's definitely a huge reason. Nobody wants to play in front of 5,000 fans. We know the weather stinks, but people see that. Other players know that. He said, you had a choice of playing in St. Louis where you get 40,000 fans, like Beltran chose to do, or he can come to Cleveland. He says it's going to take more money to get him to Cleveland. That's just how it is. Another thing you have to go against, it's not only the payroll of the American League East teams, but that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. I mean, he says, hold on a minute. You take it from here, actually, real quick. Go ahead.
Okay.
Chris Perez, what do you have to say about that?
I was distracted by this headphone crap. But, yeah, it's because the Indians tried to get Carlos Beltran during the offseason, and he said, no, I don't want to come here. And like what Chris Perez said, it's because who wants to come and play in front of 5,000 people? Nobody.
Exactly.
And at that point, obviously, he probably didn't realize that the Indians were going to end up being good and be in first place. And now we're in first place, and we still have nobody coming to the games. It doesn't make any sense.
And
that's why we can't get the big players.
You could sit here and hash it out and try to think of reasons. There's the weather, sure, but I mean, we could testify right now. It's hot as hell.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
the only time we have bad weather in the winter, but guess what? The winter is the off season. You're making how much money? Go buy a condo in Florida, live there for the winter. I don't care. You don't have to live here in the winter.
Exactly. I mean, it gets warm enough. But
I mean, half of our people from Ohio don't live here in the winter. They go down to Florida.
Well, I'm saying about the attendance. That's one of the reasons, possibly.
Yeah.
Why fans
it makes sense.
Is sure. Yeah. I mean, especially in April, we had that series snowed out once against the Mariners in 2007. When you have a series snowed out, you got a serious problem. Yes, but at this point in the year, it's May. You can't blame the weather.
Yeah,
the weather's been just fine through pretty much this whole month. It's really been nothing to complain about.
And that's why I strictly think Cleveland obviously not a huge market. People want to go to the big cities. But two, it's not like it was in 95 through 2000 when it was a sellout every night.
Exactly.
And then we probably could have got whoever the hell we wanted to in them years.
Because
we were in first place.
Really. Kenny Lofton.
We were in first place
Omar
every
Vizquel,
year.
Jim Thome.
We're sellout every not just
455 consecutive games.
Yeah, that's regular season playoffs, everything. Sellouts. Where is that now? And we're back in first place. I get it. There was a couple years where we're not that good. In baseball, there's a lot of games. Okay, just pick a couple to go to a year. But now we're back in first place.
You know what? Not that I think it's a direct correlation necessarily. I mean, baseball really doesn't compete with football. I mean, the month of September, yeah, but obviously not right now. But if you look at it, when that 455 streak was, that's when the Browns were gone for pretty much that whole streak.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's a matter of, I know, and again, they're not directly competing against each other, obviously, for fans. But, I mean, it could be a level of awareness about the Indians. I mean, I see a lot of people, almost everyone I talk to, whether they're a hardcore sports fan or not, I can say something about the Browns game. And they're like, oh, it was pathetic. They blew the game. What a bunch of idiots. But with the Indians, I'll bring it up, and a lot of people I talk to don't know they're in first place.
Yeah, they have no idea.
They'll just make a comment. I'll flip the game on with some friends or something, and someone will make a comment like, oh, of course, I do to leave it to the Indians to be losing like 4-0, and I'm like, dude, they're in first place right now.
I just want to say something real quick, Raplhie. You look like Bob Costas right now, holding your hand against your ear.
I know, right? It keeps me like I let go of it and it happens. I don't understand.
Dude, I don't know. It's mine too. Maybe
this is my earpiece where all of what I say is being fed to me.
See, that's not even holding it. Isn't even working for me. Every time I turn my head, I get nothing. I gotta I don't know. I gotta look at you out of my periffs.
It's this weird electricity.
Yeah,
floating through the air. I don't know.
There's some junk going on.
Weird magnetic impulses. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I mean, the fact of the matter is, Perez, it's just refreshing to hear someone point it out. It's like, come on, people, go to the game.
Okay, well,
it's fine.
Anywho.
It's like, you got a first place team right now. I'm gonna ask you something real quick. Let me know your answer. We got someone's here who is a Detroit area native. Your Tigers right now, not in first place, but if you were still living in the Detroit area, you would go to the games, right? Yes, he said yes, sir.
He's even wearing his Tigers hat.
Absolutely. See?
Where is the support, people?
Right? Come on, Cleveland.
Chris Perez, I hope you're listening because I got your back, man. I got your back.
Oh, he's definitely listening.
He I know. And I got his back.
That is a good point. They were in first place last year and dropped it, but you got to enjoy the moment.
We were in first place for a month last year. It's 2 months.
I'm glad you brought that up though. Is that that's another point. There's a lot of people I've talked to where I said, well, the Indians are in first place right now. They're like, yeah, they were in first place last year, So it's like you can't, if you're a baseball fan, you can't do that to yourself. When it's May or April or something and your team has a winning record, you can't sit there and be like, yeah, but what about, 4 months from now? It is a long season. You have to enjoy the parts that are good. That's just how it is. Enjoy the ride right now. Don't start thinking about our playoff matchup and who they could get past in the first round and everything. It's May. It's May. Just go to the game and enjoy yourself.
I know.
Get
it's
a hot
like,
dog.
And
it's
the
Wednesday's
games,
Dollar Dog Night.
They're
Von
not
Erich and I'll
even.
be there.
They're not even that. The tickets aren't even that expensive anymore.
No, you go on Bleacher, $10.
$10.
$10 for a bleacher seat.
Yeah,
That's what Von Erich and I will
and
be on
then
Wednesday.
freaking going
Dollar
Dollar
Dog
Dog
Night.
Night. It's $1 for a hot dog.
Right?
I get it. Beers are like $9, but don't be an alcoholic. Get a water.
Drink at the bar after.
Yeah. Buy a $10 bleacher ticket and put your ass in the seat.
Right?
And represent the Indians. They're in first place.
And we're this is the dedicated fans that Von Erich and I are. We're going to see, who are we going to see? We're going to see Jackson pitch against Pfister, I think. Like, who cares? We're going to a pitching matchup that's just the next day is Masterson Verlander. But no, as dedicated fans, we're going to see
Masterson
Jackson
and Verlander, and then it's
Pfister.
a day game. Are you kidding me?
Jackson
the
versus
game is
Pfister.
at noon on Thursday.
Right, that's another thing is the scheduling.
They need to stop this.
Why does it seem like we have so many noon games?
Because I figured out they started doing it a couple years ago. It's like Thursdays, the next day is a travel day.
Oh,
so
the travel. I
they're
guess,
like, you know what? They decided that it was too hard to have a night game and then get on the road.
But I mean,
and
honestly,
go play another series.
All right, honestly though, let's look at Thursday here. Thursday is at noon against the Detroit Tigers, and it is Justin Verlander. It is a Cy Young winner, an MVP winner. You'd love a chance to go to Progressive and just once in your life say, yeah, I got to see a pitcher who won the MVP.
And 2 no-hitters. He almost threw another one last couple days ago.
2 no-hitters and everything.
He had a
guy like
no-hitter
him,
into the
a
ninth.
star like him, a star like a Prince Fielder or something. You'd love to go on a Thursday and see that. But, I mean...
It's at noon.
That's the reason why nobody want to go see Cleveland.
He's saying
It
it's
don't
the
matter.
stars
We're
that
still
people
in
don't
first.
wanna
We
see.
don't need... We
But
got
it's all right.
Asdrubal.
I'll say this though:
Asdrubal's
if
better
you
than
can't
your
hear,
shortstop.
our Detroit fan that was here was mentioning
He don't
they
know
have no
nothing.
stars, and it's true. But it shouldn't translate to dead last. You're saying Oakland has more star players?
Yeah. Who does
They've got
Oakland
what?
have?
They got Jonas Cespedes.
Who's on the DL?
Who's on the DL?
Nobody even likes Oakland because you might get shot.
You got Asdrubal Cabrera, who started the All-Star game last year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Carlos Santana, who looks at more and more like he's going to become something big.
Yeah.
Stars have to start somewhere. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And for all your stars, you're not winning.
You're not
the
even in
division
first
right now.
place with all your stars.
Right? It doesn't. Yeah, that's last year. This is this year.
We're a better team this year. We will get it.
Are you? It doesn't look like it. You can argue all you want.
I think 2.
You can argue. Last I checked, it was 4.
So by the end of this week,
Is it 4?
I think it might be 4. We're gonna get the official thing here.
We're taking 2
We'll
out of 3
see.
from you. We're
We'll
taking
see,
2 out of 3.
We'll see what we got here. Hold on.
Get out of here, man.
2.5.
I'm gonna throw something at you.
2.5. 2.5 games right now.
2.5 games.
And we're gonna.
So like I was saying,
No, we're gonna take
that
2 out of 3.
means that first of all, how come nobody invited me to go to the Tigers Indian game this week?
Oh, you're
Von Erich,
You're
You're
gonna
always
get-
invited,
Ralphie.
man. It's implied. You're always invited, man.
Okay, no
Well,
one
when you
told me
walk
it was
in with your
going on.
Detroit jersey, don't get pissed off when you get booed at and stuff thrown at you.
I don't think my
It
girl
happens.
watching this show. You are so sexy. Back to what I was saying. Oh, let me get over here so y'all can see me with my Tiger hat on.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So in other words, we could be back in first place by the end of this weekend.
You could. Yeah.
It won't.
You
It's not
could.
going to happen.
It's not gonna
though.
happen. We're taking 2 out of 3.
It's physically
Really?
possible. Sure.
We're gonna win the first 2.
Really?
Third one's up in the air.
Can since 1974 radio get a bet with the High On Sports crew on this weekend series?
Oh, who's
Yes,
gonna win the
let's do
series?
that.
Yeah. What do you have in
would you
mind?
like to bet?
I don't know. What do you got?
I'm
Your
down
car.
for anything.
We'll take your car.
You can have my car right now.
No, I don't want his car. That's too much
yeah.
trouble.
Right?
I don't know. Whatever y'all want to do. When the series start?
It starts
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Oh, we got to come up with a bet now.
Yeah. Well, it would have to be right now. Yeah.
We could case of beers or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good with that. Case
Yeah,
of
that's
beers.
fine. That's fine.
Case of beers on the game.
I can't
on the
only-
series now.
On the series.
Series.
On the series.
Okay. I might have to
can't-
go to that Verlander
I
game.
can't legally consume it for the next couple of weeks,
Well,
but
we won't
Ralphie
buy it
the
for
baby.
but that's
couple of weeks.
okay.
He's
it's
such
for
a
you guys.
youngin'.
It's for you guys.
We won't buy it for the next couple of weeks. Then we'll wait till you.
Yeah, we'll just put a hold on.
We'll wait till we all go to the strip club.
June 4th.
You too, Amanda.
Amanda.
Look, Amanda.
My name is Ashley.
No, you're
Who the hell
Amanda.
is Amanda.
You're Amanda now.
You're my
Shut their
sexy
lights off.
Amanda.
You need to go somewhere. You're effing stuff up.
Jesus.
Shutting our lights
Christ.
off.
Turn my computer. Oh, you turn all
He
this off.
turned
Anyway.
the power bar off. Who the hell is Amanda?
You're just. Oh man. I don't even know what's going on right now.
I couldn't. You know that's my pet name for you, Amanda.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
I'm gone, y'all. I'm sorry. I done caused enough destruction. I will be back in a couple of weeks to collect my debt.
All right.
Peace.
And,
You guys do a
wanna-
great show. Great job here, y'all. See y'all
Plug,
later.
plug your show. Plug your show.
You know, we since 1974 radio the best in Midwest independent hip hop and R&B. Sunday at 3 p.m. Holla at us.
There
Holla.
you go. There you go.
I would have laughed myself if you would have turned that computer off again.
It's not even. I'm gonna turn it on. It's on.
Shut
Okay.
the whole power bar
He shut
off.
like this whole sector of like the desk. Oh, look at that. It's not even. I don't know. It'll fix itself. It's fine. It's starting up.
Holy
Anyways,
crap.
so yeah, the point is, get to the game, live in the moment, enjoy the fact that the Indians are in first place right now. Whether they are weeks from now or whatever, or by the end of the season, that doesn't matter right now. At this moment, the Indians are in first place, and honestly, people in this city need to get up and get to the games and go see them. I mean, why not? Who knows how much longer you'll get to see some of these guys, like Asdrubal Cabrera and Carlos Santana and stuff like
Santana.
that. Exactly. Johnny Damon. Johnny Damon's here.
Yeah.
Don't you want to? Sure, he's way.
Old.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay. way past his prime, but he's still here. Don't you want to see the husk of the man that was instrumental in leading the Red Sox to a World Series championship? I think that'd be fun, right? And that's what we're doing Wednesday. Dollar Dog Night, Wednesday, $10 bleacher seats. Get out there and go Tribe.
And this series is going to be exciting. It's against Detroit.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. We're in such proximity to that state, whatever it's
And that's
called.
who we're fighting
We're
for
pretty
first
close.
place.
Exactly. This is awesome. This is a first place matchup. This series could be instrumental in deciding who ends up winning the division. I know it's only May, and I said don't get ahead of yourself. It's May. But who knows? Could come down to just a difference of a couple games by the end of the season. And this is when those couple games could swing in your direction. By the way, quick update. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Philadelphia and Boston. Philly leads Boston 23-19.
Okay.
Of course, in the NBA, if that were basketball, that score would be, baseball, that would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I should have started out by saying NBA playoff update and blah, 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 the rest of what I just said. Now it's 25-19. Also at 9:30 p.m. tonight, Lakers, Thunder are looking to shut this one out and really take the torch from Kobe
It's back
to
in
Durant.
back in OKC. So
Which, my God, if there was one other place I can go see a basketball game, it would be Oklahoma City. Have you seen, in those games, it is the closest thing the NBA has to like a college
oh my God, their fans are
fan
insane.
base. It's insane. They're all wearing blue shirts. They have a blue out or white
They
out
have
or
like
whatever
they
they
have like every game they have like they have something set.
And they are so loud. And you know
Oh
what it
my
is?
God.
That's the only thing in that city.
Pretty much.
There is one thing and one thing only. Just so happens that one thing is wildly successful right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
really.
makes me feel sad for Seattle because this is technically should still be
Right?
Seattle's
And I thought
team.
about that the other day. If they go on to win a championship, how bad are people from Seattle going to feel? And then I thought, wait a minute. Cleveland Browns fans already went through that.
Yeah, we already went through it.
So you have no pity from me, Seattle.
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
What happened to us too?
In fact, I want to drag someone in the dirt with me. So go Thunder. It's such weird territorial biases here. I'm rooting for Oklahoma City so that Seattle will feel bad so that we can have someone to feel bad with us.
Yeah.
It's
Stupid Art Modell.
stupid Seattle.
I'm kicking him.
Now
in the
I
throat.
hate you.
That's why he won't come back here.
No.
He'll be hung from a tree and
He's not
kicked
going
in the
to
throat.
come enjoy the Horseshoe Casino?
Pretty sure he wouldn't make it out alive.
No, probably not.
It'd take one person. You Art Modell? Oh, okay. You see that dumpster out
stabbed.
there? Shake!
Yep.
Oh!
That's how we do it in Seatown.
Hey, man, you take
Never
our
know
football
where
team
the
away.
shank's gonna come from.
Take our football
but
team
it's coming.
away. You
Yeah.
got some problems. You got some problems.
It's two men that are banned from just walking the streets here.
Yep.
Art Modell and LeBron James.
Yep.
Really, that's about it. John Elway could.
Yeah.
I mean,
We don't like him,
people
but...
would say bad things as they drive past.
Like, you
Elway,
douche! You
Elway,
ruined our chances at a Super Bowl!
Elway, you're a dick. And then he'd just be like, how's it going?
You're really good at football, though.
But then but you're arguably the best quarterback. Thanks.
Still
Yeah, but
not
he
very
doesn't have
nice.
ties to the city like an Art Modell or a LeBron
Oh, yeah,
James.
absolutely. He's not a traitor. He's just
He didn't steal our football team. He just ruined it.
he just made our team his bitch.
Yep.
Pretty much how it is. But anyways, in closing with the Chris Perez comments, it's just it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, honestly, it was refreshing to hear someone finally say something
Exactly.
about it. But I will say again, as I started this, I didn't like the part where he said, like, "Don't boo me," because it's just a rule of thumb. I never like it when an athlete comes out and says, like, "Hey, stop booing me." Because it's like, it's just such a dumb thing. Because it's just like, hey, you, like me.
Yeah.
No, it's simple as that. Fans don't just boo. He's acting like the fans are all in the wrong. Like, you guys are wrong. I'm right.
See,
you guys
I
are all
wouldn't
booing.
have said don't boo me. I'd have been like, I'm leading the. Wasn't he? Is he still leading the league in saves? I know he was.
I know he
had
was.
11.
He might be.
I'd have been like, I'm
I'll
leading
look
the
it up
league in
later.
saves, and you're gonna boo me? I'd be like, boo my ass.
It's like all of sports is what have you done for me lately? I don't care if you're Mariano Rivera. May he rest in peace.
He'll be back in a year.
Yeah, no, he's coming back next year. But I don't care if you're Mariano Rivera and you've got the distinguished, unarguably greatest closer of all time. Sorry, Trevor Hoffman. Greatest closer of all time.
Yeah.
If he's in the middle of blowing a save, I'm going to be like, come on, you damn idiot. What are you doing? You know, honestly, what you've done in your past is great. Not while the game's going on.
No.
I don't give a crap what you've done through your career. I give a
That's
crap about
what's
what you're
so
doing
tricky
at
about
this
sports
moment.
is because everybody.
The whole thing's what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, it really is.
Exactly. It's like when LeBron,
It really is.
every once in a while when LeBron hits game-winning shot, a buzzer beater.
He's only
Suddenly-
done it twice.
But when he has, is that counting in the playoffs too? When he did it against Orlando?
Yeah, he did one against Orlando. I remember one against
But
the
either
Hawks
way,
in the
when
regular
he
season.
has some sort of performance like that, some sort of clutch moment, all of a sudden it's just like, all right, this dude's just complete. This is the complete package. He's clutch. He's got it all. He's got everything. And then he'll
Very
miss
next
like a
game.
game-winning shot, and it's like, this is his problem. The guy's not clutch.
Well, he's
And
not.
that's all. That's everything that sports is. You make the shot, and until the next game, you're an icon and a hero. You miss the shot, and until the next game, you are a bum.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's exactly how it works. That is. Remember, just like 24 hours ago, actually more than that, like 48 hours ago, the Heat were dead in the water. Everybody's like, well, so long, Miami Heat. Probably gonna blow up the big three. You know, didn't get it done for the second year in a row. It's game over. They win a game, and all of a sudden now it's like, stupid Pacers. You had your shot. Now it's done.
Yeah.
Heat are back in it. Give them their ring. And it's like, it's just the difference of one game. But that's all sports is. What have you done for me lately? Once you retire, we can look back at your career and be like, oh, great, good for you. But I don't give a crap how many career saves or whatever you have over your however long career. I care about you having two men on base right now when I want there to be no men on base.
Yeah, I'm like, he didn't even give a run, man. I mean, I get it. Chris Perez scares me a lot when he gets on the mound because we'll be up by 3. He'll load the bases, give up a run, and then get the outs. We're up by 2. He gives up 1. We're up by 1. He usually just loads the bases and gets them out.
I mean, look at
he likes to scare people. Get our hearts racing.
07, you remember Joe Borowski?
Oh my God.
Yeah. He was. You know, I make a personal. I don't boo our own players. Because I'm like, you know, what's my point of attacking them?
Yeah.
Like, even if you're sucking right now, I want you to suddenly figure it out and get good.
Yeah, so
You're
all you're doing by
the
booing
team I want to win.
is you're just
You know?
making it worse because you're pissing them off.
So, obviously, I'll boo at other players and stuff, but I mean, I won't boo at my own team. I'll just
No,
be like,
you go,
come
hey,
on.
pull your head out of your
Yeah.
ass, get your crap together, let's
Exactly.
go. And then they get fired up, and then they strike somebody out.
But, I mean, and the one
That's how
player,
you do it.
the
It's how
one player
sports
I
work.
changed that rule for, though, is Joe Borowski. because he was a walking headache. He could not come in and shut the door, yet he ended up with, I don't know, like 40 saves or something.
It was
He ended up with a
ridiculous.
ridiculous number of saves in 07. But at the end of the year, you look at the number and you're like, no, you made that up. No chance. Because every time he come in, I remember once the Indians were leading 5-0 against the Yankees early in the season. He came in and gave up 6 runs.
Oh my God.
And it was over. And they lost. And I'm sitting there. I don't know if I can move. I don't know what's happening. Is this a commercial for something else? Because there's no way this just happened in the game. But I mean, the guy, there's a guy that everybody booed and stuff, and he still was successful in everything and was instrumental in leading the Indians as far as they did into the playoffs.
One game away from the World Series. Goddamn
One
Boston.
game away from the World Series. That's right.
That sucks.
2007. We'll never forget.
Yep. It was the year the Cavs went to the finals.
Always remember.
And the
Browns
Indians.
were 10-6.
Yeah. They
Buckeyes
got
went to the national championship.
Yep.
And
Best
lost,
year ever.
lost.
Then it just all blew up in my face.
It was a whole year of
It
second
was like,
place.
best year ever. And then it just went, and I'm like, worst year ever.
Best year ever, swept in the finals. Best year ever, lost a 3-1 lead in the ALCS.
Best year ever.
Best
Got
year
owned
ever.
by Florida.
Missed the playoffs on a freaking technicality.
Yeah.
Best year ever, lost the national championship to Florida.
In basketball and football.
And in basketball, yes.
Yeah, basketball. Both to Florida.
Look at that.
And people wonder
Look at
why I
that.
don't like Florida. Well, when crap
Look at
like that
that.
happens, I
Holy
get
crap.
a little angry at Florida.
It seems like it.
Screw you, Florida Gators.
And it was the Marlins. Indians were playing this weekend. God, I hate them. The
freaking
logo.
World Series in '97. Freaking Marlins. Screw you, Florida.
Oh man, what an ugly logo.
Oh my God.
It's so bad.
It really
It
is.
looks like an 80s throwback.
Yeah.
The whole thing, everything about them, the stadium,
You know what?
what they wear,
the colors-
it just reminds
no.
me of nothing but cocaine
You know what it looks-
and the 80s.
No,
And
you
Miami
know
Vice.
that Will Ferrell movie Semi Pro.
Yeah.
It looks like the tropics, the Flint
Tropics.
Michigan tropics, because they're all like that weird orange and light blue and stuff, and all tropical and
that sounds-
Miami-y.
That sounds like a compliment to me, though. You know,
It's a made-up
you know what
team.
the Flint, Michigan Tropics did, though?
It's a made-up team.
They invented the alley-oop.
They did.
That's the only way they beat the Spurs. I'll never forget. We love you, Jackie Boone. All right, we're going to take a quick break.
Jackie Moon.
When we get back,
Love that guy.
you're going to find out what's urinating us off. We're going to talk horse racing, which you know I love.
Hey!
NBA playoffs. Try to figure out what that was about. All that and much more. We're listening to High on Sports on the MSC Radio Network.
User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. Check out Uncensored Net Noise every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. Uncensored Net Noise on MorningShowCentral.com. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. Cocaine Energy Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. You can become a member by logging on to lovecocaine.com. Pete 99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC. And you know what saved them? Rectify backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectify backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectify can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectify.com. That's RECTIPHY.com. Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe the Printer Guy!
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy.
Hey, it's Big Daddy from the Marty Allen Show. Catch the replay of the Marty Allen Show every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern right here on MSC. Now, my show airs Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 3 p.m. and Saturdays at 2 at MartyAllenShow.com. But you can catch the best of the Marty Allen Show every Thursday at 7 p.m. right here on Morning Show Central. So if you want all the latest sports news, entertainment news, and everything else that's going on in the world, then tune into my show live at MartyAllenShow.com and the best of the replays right here at MorningShowCentral.com. Get MSC and get cooking, baby.
Oh my! What's that?
We're coming, Little Rock. Are you ready?
Hide the wife and lock the doors. Cocaine Energy is coming.
Redux Beverages Beverages has officially announced the launch of Cocaine Energy in Little Rock, Arkansas. Look for it at your local retailer. And if they don't carry it, tell them they need to stock it. Also available online at drinkcocaine.com.
Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Welcome back to High on Sports. I'm Raplhie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
Best starting lineup in sports radio, period. End of discussion. BTW, Philly and Boston tied at 33 all.
Oh.
8:36 left in the second quarter
Kinda
of
pulling for Philly.
play. Oh, they just took the lead, 35-33. It's done. That looks pretty insurmountable. Those 2 points. No, if San Antonio showed us anything this weekend,
no lead.
No lead is safe from an
Them
old
Spurs,
hungry
man,
team.
dude.
Hell yeah.
They didn't even. They're like, oh, we're down almost 30. Ain't no problem. They won by what? They won by 10 or 12 or something.
It was ridiculous.
That's like a almost a 40-point turnaround.
Yeah.
For real?
That's insane. That is insane. All right, well, thank you for joining us tonight, whether you're listening on one of the many glorious apps or at home on your computer or on the go on your computer. I don't know what you do. Who knows? Remember, as always, you can call the show toll-free, 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. And if you're watching the show on MSC, which you probably are, you'll notice to the right of the viewer is a place to log into a chat room. Asks for a password. You do not need to put one, put a name, hit enter. You're immediately logged in talking to myself, Ashley, and whoever else may be in there tonight. Let us know what's urinating you off, and if it's entertaining, maybe we'll share it on the show. Maybe we won't. Who knows? That's the mystery that makes it intriguing and fun. All right, well, let's get right into things. It is round 2. Let's go. The deuce. All right, it is time for a staple High on Sports. That is, of course, what is urinating us off. And we're going to start, as we always do, with Von Erich. Von Erich, what's urinating you off on this fine Monday evening?
We talked about a little bit ago the Miami Marlins were
big snafu.
They were just in town for the start of interleague play. Now, I don't have the stats in front of me. I don't know what team was in which town, but when it comes to the Indians traveling to a National League town, I don't want to see Justin Masterson in the batter's box getting plunked on the hand by a pitch. Because the National League pitchers, they think that the American League guys have it a little too good. So
hey, I'm just saying, Tomlin got a base hit last year against Arizona.
A base hit out of how many at-bats that our pitchers
He only had a few.
Well, he only had a few, but all of our pitchers aren't groomed to bats. That's something that the National League guys do.
You're a Major League Baseball player. Go to the bit cages for a week. Figure it out.
For a week, some of these guys haven't batted in years, and you expect them to go up against major league talent.
I know, that's why they bunt most of the time.
Honestly,
most of the time, yes. But
do you expect it? Do you expect a kicker to be able to throw a perfect pass?
No,
in football,
but
it's not in the job description. It's not.
They don't even wear shoulder pads.
They wear T-shirts. They don't even have numbers.
I'm just saying. I like interleague play. I think I like it. Because, if I was a pitcher in the majors, I would love to get a chance to bat. Even if I'm going to strike out every goddamn time and then get pissed off at myself.
By the way, as far as pitchers hitting goes, Steven Strasburg just hit his first career home run.
CeCe used to go yard
Barry
all the time.
Bonds.
CeCe went yard a couple times.
Yeah, I think like twice.
Yeah.
Like once with the Indians, and like another time with the
just saying.
Brewers, the Brew Crew.
Let them have some fun.
I hate it. But it's kind of for a different reason. Von Erich and I talked about this before the show. Is the fact that it's a discrepancy between your schedule and your opponents. I.e., the Indians will have a different interleague schedule than the Tigers. So, for example, let's say it comes to like a game or two separation between the two at the end of the year. Then you have someone who, let's say, that Detroit played like scrubs like like a Colorado or something.
Well, yeah, they just played Pittsburgh.
A team, exactly. But
and we had to play Miami.
Exactly. There's a perfect example. We got Miami when they're arguably the hottest team in baseball right now. They've been destroying this month. Only, I think, 4 or 5 losses this month for Miami. And then the Pirates, who are, the Pirates. What are you going to do? It's like, it just kind of ruins it because your opponent may have an easier or harder schedule than you. And ultimately, that just.
Well, I mean, that could happen. That could happen in not regular season. Detroit could, the last week of the season, Detroit could have Kansas City, and we could have whoever.
But the point is, we played Kansas City, and they played whoever. I mean, yeah, the timing can be different and stuff, but I'm just saying, you get in your schedule, you get maybe 4 or 5 teams, and maybe they all suck. You get to play 3 series, or you get to play series against them, when maybe the other team has, Cardinals or Dodgers or something. Teams that could, tear them up. You just wind up with a different. I think at the very least they could do is just make sure they're uniform among the, one division plays another division. The Central plays the Central.
I think that
East plays the East.
Yeah, that's kind of how they should do it.
That's how they should do it. Yes.
But at the same time, no, because we'd still play Cincy, because Cincy's in the East too. Because I'm like it's like those
you do
matches
have
that they want.
Most teams, a lot of them do have a cross league rival, but. Von Erich, question for you. Next year, interleague play will be vastly different as it will be dispersed along the whole season.
I don't like it.
Yeah, starting on opening day.
Yeah, opening day, you're going to have an interleague game going on. That's how it's going to be all season. You're going to have, you're going to be playing, I think it might be the same amount. It might be more, I don't know, interleague series, but they are dispersed throughout the season. So you don't have this chunk of this season as interleague. You've got every single day there's a series going on that's interleague play.
I don't like that.
How do you feel about that, Von Erich?
Not a fan. Well, not a fan of interleague play in general. Even spreading it out more, like I can see where now it's a special weekend. Like everyone's playing interleague this week. See all these teams out of their comfortable element. So I can understand why some people would like it, but when you disperse it out, it just makes it meaningless. It really does.
I do like that point you just made though. See these great teams out of their comfortable element. It's like, let's go see, like you're a National League team, you get a chance. Ooh, we get to see MVP Justin Verlander try to hit. It's like it's something entirely different. It's like, let's go watch, Pro Bowl quarterback Bernie Kosar juggle. It's just like that's not what they do. But or like let's go watch, great hitter Big Papi David Ortiz try to field some grounders. It's let's be honest.
Well, I'm seeing with interleague play, and it's the same thing when we go to when the World Series starts. So, the National League always has the advantage because their pitchers are used to hitting, even though most of them still suck anyway.
Because when an NL team plays an AL team, they get the bonus. They get to take their worst fielder and
put him in. They
get to take their worst fielder and they get to let them sit and they don't have to field, and they get to take their pitchers and have them just focus on pitching.
Yeah.
But then on the American League side, you get to have your pitchers who can't hit try to hit,
and then when it's at home,
your worst fielder who is probably your best bat try to go out there and field some grounders when he's not capable of doing it.
We always lose Hafner.
That's usually when it happens.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
But I still like playing Cincy though. I think that's the only reason why I like it.
having a rival in the
because
other league,
we'll get to play like somebody that we probably will
go out to the ballpark and see Joey Votto, some Homer Bailey.
Yeah.
Bronson Arroyo.
Aroldis Chapman. Rest of the show we're listing Cincinnati Reds. There's some other ones. Brandon Phillips.
He used to be with the Cleveland.
Too soon.
And then he was kind of not very good, so Cleveland said, we're done with you. And now he kind of blew up.
Cleveland wanted him to be a utility infielder.
Yeah, and he's like...
did not want to, and looking back, perhaps they should have given him second base, maybe.
As opposed to Josh Barfield.
Yeah.
Hey, we found Azzy. And now we got Azzy and Kipnis, so it all worked out for the best. Good luck to you, Brandon Phillips. You got 2 first names. That's weird, and you got to live with it.
Well,
anyways,
Phillips isn't really a first name. Phillip is a first name, but he's got an S on it.
As I say this with someone here named Thomas Erich, so never mind. Not that there's anything wrong.
It's like Ricky Bobby.
Ricky
Bobby. He's got 2 first names.
But Thank you, Von Erich. Thank you very much for your insight into
And you're very welcome.
the world of interleague play. And now, Ashley, what is urinating you off on this fine Monday evening?
Well, blah, blah. We all know
blah,
about...
blah. That's how you're going to start? Well, blah, blah, blah. Never a good idea on a radio show to just say blah, blah, blah. Go on.
I kind of liked it.
Okay.
I thought it fit.
We all did this crap with Orlando because Dwight Howard was fighting with Stan Van Gundy, their coach, because Dwight Howard wants it his way, because apparently that's a new thing in the NBA, is one player is more important than the whole organization.
Well,
and they get to decide who their coach is. If their coach says something they don't like, they're like, no, you know what? I don't want you. You don't need to be the coach anymore. So Dwight Howard demands a trade. He doesn't get the trade, and now Stan Van Gundy is fired. Granted, I don't like Stan Van Gundy because he has second world's annoying voice next to his brother. But
his brother's job is constantly talking, so.
But
that's what makes it better.
I mean, he's still a pretty good coach.
He's gonna get a job.
And they fire him because Dwight Howard wants it his way.
Highest winning percentage of any coach to ever coach the team from Orlando, known as the Magic.
Yeah, and they got rid of their GM too.
Yep.
Otis Smith. And I'm like, the NBA needs to stop letting the players run things. I'm like, the coach, he's in charge. What he says goes. I'm like, the players need to stop thinking the world revolves around them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you need to just shut up and listen to your coach, because most of them know what they're talking about. Granted, there's a few dummies out there who don't know what they're doing, and you just need to be like, shut up. But Stan Van Gundy, he comes across as a coach who knows what he's doing. So shut your mouth and listen. And don't bitch and cry.
Two things I got to say about that is, one, I hate that no one can use the word fired or quit anymore. And mostly sports, but really all over. Like, all over is like in politics. It's not we're quitting the campaign. It's we're suspending it.
Yeah.
But you mean you're just stopping. So I don't know why you're saying suspending. But I mean, in this, the news broke, Stan Van Gundy relieved of his duties. It's
Really?
like, we're here to take a load off your shoulders.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about this whole
you're
team
out.
thing anymore.
You're out.
So you got time to work on your tan.
Really? He was
And then
fired.
Otis Smith,
Just say it.
Otis Smith was another one that came to a, quote, mutual agreement to part ways.
Really?
You showed him
You
the door.
were fired. You said, get out and don't let it hit you in the butt on the way.
Like, what's this agreement? I agree to you leaving and you agree to not be here anymore?
Yeah.
What a fair trade.
You agree to not having a job?
In exchange
Really?
for not being here, you get to not come here. It's not like that. It's Otis, you're fired because we had a hard time in the first place giving someone a front office position with the name Otis. And now we regret it. Although you really shouldn't. I mean, well, you could argue he didn't put together the pieces, but it is hard because the way this league's changed, where this isn't a league where what's happening right now, this is a league of years down the future. Who wants to come to Orlando
Yeah.
when you know Dwight's just going to leave?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even at a point now where I want to go play with this guy and we can try to win a championship together. I'm not going to go here because I know that you're leaving. And that's how it is everywhere.
That's what's even great about this is they're getting rid of Van Gundy, but I guarantee you Dwight Howard's still going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
He don't care.
Right? Look at the Cavs. They got rid of their GM and their head coach.
Yeah.
I think he was the winningest head coach in Cavaliers history.
Yeah, Mike Brown was garbage, though.
Yeah.
He was the winningest coach because LeBron, as much as I hate him, was good.
And that's why he's has any success with the Lakers is Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. And
He's good. Mike Brown is really good at sitting down and letting a star handle things.
Yeah.
And the other thing I was gonna say,
he knows defense. I'll give Mike Brown that he knows defense, but he has not the slightest clue
how to score at all.
how to score points. And I'm like, I get it. 9 times out of 10, defense will win you games. But at some point, if you don't put more than 80 points on the board, you're not gonna win.
I gotta say something though, also about what you said, where how ridiculous it is that he's fired. And the answer to why he got fired is one of my least favorite things in all of sports, but it's primarily a problem in the NBA. And it's 3 words that I hate when people use this as the answer to any question you have in the NBA. But unfortunately, I'm going to use it right now. Star-driven league.
Yep.
All of a sudden, someone came up with the term that it's all star-driven. It's just about stars. It's not about seeing the Lakers play the Heat. It's about seeing Kobe Bryant play LeBron with a couple of their friends. And that's all it is Derrick Rose is taking on Kevin Durant, and they brought some buddies with them. and that's all it is now. It's not like it was where obviously Michael Jordan was the centerpiece of those Bulls teams. But Rodman was there. Steve Kerr, you could count on for the big money three. Scottie Pippen. There was talent around him, and you rooted for the Bulls. It wasn't Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And that just happened to be the color shirt he's wearing. Is red with a little bull on it, so whatever. And even Magic Johnson with the Showtime Lakers. They're a team that's in history. It's not like that anymore. Who's going to go back and look, even if Dwight Howard let him do a championship next year, who's going to go back and look at that era of Magic? Hedo Turkoglu and... others.
Jason Richardson.
Anderson, Jason Richardson.
And
those guys. No,
they got JJ Redick.
JJ Redick.
Duke from a million years ago.
Even though those guys are basically
he does
nobody,
absolutely nothing, but every 10 minutes he throws
This is a hypothetical situation where they won a championship, so obviously those guys would have to be part of it.
Yeah.
So they even had decent enough seasons to win a ring, hypothetically speaking. But all it's going to go down is Dwight Howard getting his ring. We talk about this. It's not the Heat. It's not the Heat going for a championship right now. It's LeBron James going for his ring.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's all.
It's not a championship for the city. It's not a championship for the team. I don't even think Udonis Haslem gets a ring. I think pretty much everybody but him. Mario Chalmers and Udonis, they get to share one. There's always so many rings. You guys get to split one. It's like it's all about his legacy, not the team. This is supposed to be a team sport. It's not anymore, save for really one, maybe two teams.
San Antonio
Spurs. And you could throw the Thunder in there.
You can. But San Antonio is they're literally the epitome of a team.
You're a little like high school or little kid coach or something. Just start showing tape of the Spurs to
That's
your kids.
all you could do.
Start showing tape of the Spurs.
Because it's not I mean, Tim Duncan's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, they're all great, but none of them are like all in it for themselves.
None of them are put everything on me and I'll carry this team.
It's like
all right,
I'm
guys.
awesome.
How are
I
all
can do
five
this
of us
myself.
on the floor
I'm gonna shoot the ball every time down the court because I'm just that good. No, it's nothing but teamwork. And that's constant teamwork on defense, on offense. It's moving the ball around, finding the open guy, and the open guy knocking the shot down.
One last thing I'll say about this is and that's the thing that the Spurs do that nobody else does, is we've lost our way of looking at the league. When you watch the Magic, you're looking at what's this guy going to do? The Heat, what are these three guys going to do? Whatever. And the Knicks is what are these two guys going to do? Whatever. Bulls, what's this guy going to do? Whatever, all that. It's what are these five guys going to do? Because you need all five. And that's why, honestly, not just as a disgruntled Cleveland fan, do I want to see the Heat lose. I want to see the Heat lose again so people will understand that system is bullcrap. It needs to be five guys together. And it takes 5 fingers to make a fist where a ring goes on.
and that's part of the reason why the Dallas won last year, because granted, Dirk put the team on his shoulders and he carried them. He had the best series I've ever seen in my life. But it was still a team effort. Jason Terry was shooting the lights out of the gym. Jason Kidd was tearing
Exactly.
up.
It was a team effort.
It was a team, the whole team. It wasn't just one player. I mean, Dirk, he literally had the series of his life. But it was still a team effort, and you got Miami with 3 players, really 2 who think, I don't need anybody else.
Absolutely. And I think I love that Chris Bosh has gone down, by the way, just because it shows people. Everybody thought Chris Bosh was just odd man out, and he kind of was. But now all of a sudden you see it's like they're a beatable team without Bosh.
Yeah.
But all right, we're running out of time here. But I want to share real quick what's urinating me off. And we go with something I talked about, and it was like, a week, 2 ago, something. When we talked about the Kentucky Derby, and we talked about I'll Have Another, and how much it infuriated me, the act of horse racing. It's just stupid. You want to pretend it's a sport of kings. Like I've said before, it can't be a sport of kings when the athletes just openly poop on the playing field. You'll never see that at a soccer game. You'll never see that at a football game. I've never seen it at a baseball game. You ever seen Travis Hafner drop trow and start crapping? Never once.
Won't happen.
Because they're actual athletes, not creatures that were put on this earth to be eaten. But anyways,
horse?
yeah,
Horses aren't
it's a little gamey, but you can eat it. Anyways, in some parts of the country, it's all they have.
What's wrong with you?
In some parts of the country, it's all they have. But anyways, I thought I'm going to change my opinion on it when I saw I'll Have Another Win the the Preakness. That final stretch overtaking Bodemeister, I was actually cheering. I was like, yes, get some, you dumb horse. Do it. And it won. And for a second, I was like, this was yesterday, so I was like, tomorrow on the or 2 days ago, whatever. I was like, when I'm on the show this week, I think I'm going to change my stance on horse racing. I think I'm going to come out and say, I love it. This is what the sport needs, is a Triple Crown. And then I thought about it today. Let's say I'll Have Another wins the Preakness. No, it just did that. There's too many.
It's the
Belmont Stakes. Let's say I'll Have Another wins the Belmont Stakes. It's a Triple Crown winner. First one in what, 34, 44 years?
40.
I don't care. Then what?
Something.
Then what do? Do we call the Dish Network or whatever and get the Horse Racing Network? Do we care more? No, it does nothing. This horse gets a day, 2 days tops if it's a slow news cycle. And then we forget about it, and then it mates, and then it dies, and your dog eats it, or you use it to glue a children's project together. Because that's what happens to horses. And I also thought about this. Let's take another sport into example real quick. Let's talk about basketball. If Kobe Bryant wins another ring, he's got 6. That's the same number as MJ. We can discuss who was better. Obviously, I think it's MJ, but you can have a debate. Where does this NBA player rank in this NBA against this NBA player? And that's good discussion, good debate, fun stuff to do. But what happens when a horse wins a Triple Crown? Can you debate where it stands all time against other horses? No, because it's a damn animal. You know who was the best horse to ever live? The horse from War Horse, because he was a hero. He was a war hero, not an idiot running around getting whipped by a midget. This is a stupid sport and requires 0 skill. You lucked out and got a strong horse. Does it lift weights? How do you train one? The whole thing is stupid. I mean, it's dog fighting without the action. But dog fighting's illegal. Ask Michael Vick. If it was horses fighting, would that be illegal? I don't know if there's a law against horse fighting, but it'd be better than watching them frickin' race. Oh my God. Honestly, even people just straight up racing is kind of boring as hell, let alone when you make them damn horses. It's an animal. It's a walking food. And I hope to God it fails. I wish nothing but the worst on you. All Have Another. Nothing but the worst.
You're a hater.
I can't be a hater. It's an animal.
You're a hater.
How do you hate an animal?
You're a hater, man.
I'm not a hater. It's not a person. It's an animal, and it doesn't deserve our respect.
I feel bad for the horses, because, I mean, all that happens if they don't win or if they break a leg or something. No, we don't just heal it and then sell it to some child and let her
heal
have
it
a
like
horse.
Mr. Miyagi and the Karate Kid, just rub their hands together. What are you gonna do?
No, they euthanize it. They say, "Oh, you're no use to me anymore." Cap. What?
That's what happens when animals get sick. Animals, not athletes. I'll start caring when a horse gets an endorsement deal. When this horse starts being represented by Nike.
There's not too many horses getting Tommy John surgery.
There's not. All right, 3 up, 3 down. Down number 3, Jerry Sandusky. Judge denied his request for a delay. Trial will start June 5th, and he will go to jail. Down number 2, the New York Knicks. Agent says Jeremy Lin not a lock to return to New York City.
Jeremy Lin, you're garbage and overrated.
Like a horse.
Just saying.
Anyways, down number 1, celebration in Madden 13. Tebowing has been added to the game.
Oh my God!
Which is going to drive me not to get a touchdown, as I do not want to see someone Tebow.
Oh my, they did it.
Up number 3, San Antonio Spurs swept the Clippers for their 18th straight win. Here we got Tebowing. Yay, celebrate.
Madden, you just dropped like about 15 pegs on my list, you
I'll still be there midnight release.
All right,
Up number 3, San Antonio Spurs swept the Clippers for their 18th straight victory. Haven't lost since April 11th. Wow. That's all I can say to that. Up number 2, the Staples Center hosted 6 pro sports events over the last 4 days.
Dude, that was
money
insane.
They raked in.
They had basketball, hockey, hockey. 2
hockeys, 4 basketballs.
That's ridiculous.
And up number 1, I'll admit he had a good week. I just don't like him. I'll have another. Won the Preakness, only the Belmont Stakes remains. Once he gets a Triple Crown, honestly, there's just nothing more to talk about. If he gets a Triple Crown, we'll start the show saying off, I'll have another one, the Triple Crown, and then we'll move into real stories. That's how that show will go.
Yep.
But that show won't be next week, as we are off next week for Memorial Day, but it will be 2 weeks from then, which is June something.
The 4th.
June 4th. I think that's my grandma's birthday. Anyways, happy birthday, Grandma. We'll be back 2 weeks from tonight, June 4th, Monday, June 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for Chris, for Von Erich, for Ashley, I am Raplhie saying good night, everybody. We will see you in 2 weeks. Thank you so much for listening to High on Sports on MorningshowCentral.com.